Hi, John Lay here from Talented Learning. Welcome back to another installment of our LMS demonstration tour. Today we're here with NetExam. NetExam, take it away.
Want to quickly go through the agenda for the demo. Start with customer training, move on to partner training and training impact analysis.
Excellent.
First, I'm going to talk about APEC. APEC is the largest software company you've never heard of, just because it's a fictitious company. And APEC is a company that sells enterprise-level security software. It has a suite of software products, and APEC's products are complex. They're not products that somebody can get off the shelf and get up and running. It needs more training. It needs some time for the team to get to know the product so that they'll be able to adapt the product to their existing workflows. And it's also a product that's going to require an extensive support. So APEC is saying that the support cost from software is going up. And another thing that's unique about APEC is that the partner network is responsible for about 65% of the sales. So most sales are done by the partner network as opposed to resellers. So from the customer point of view, the concerns that APEC has about customer training is lead generation. APEC wants to know how it can generate more leads from its marketing, how it can use training as a marketing mechanism. It has a very cumbersome onboarding process when it comes to customers. They want to know how they can make this a little bit better so that they can automate the onboarding process. They need a faster adoption rate. What happens is because APEC software is complex, they see an abandonment, people abandon the product after a little while if they can't get it up and running. They see increasing support costs, lack of up-to-date training. Being a security product, there are new features that are coming up almost on a weekly basis, trying to keep up with the threat landscape. But they just can't keep up with the training. They can't keep up with the documentation. They are also concerned about increasing renewals, about customer satisfaction. They want to make sure that customers renew. And they also want to find out how they can expand customer accounts, how they can cross-sell and upsell products to their existing customers so that they could try to push other products to their customers. So those are the concerns that their customer training department has. So I'm going to initially talk about how APEC used training as a marketing tool. So first they used NetExam's public catalog. The NetExam public catalog is a catalog that allows anybody to come and browse for available courses, sign up for these courses or resources free of charge. The catalog supports SEO, and once a user signs up, it automatically creates a lead in Salesforce so that APEC salespeople can follow up with this person as a warm lead that just signed up for this. So APEC's marketing team has used this public catalog very wisely to push courses, push resources, and then use SEO to market their topics to their potential customers. We'll move on to the next slide here, and we're going to talk a little bit about Salesforce.com integration that APEC did. And one of the pain points the customer training had was onboarding. It took a really long time to onboard a customer. So using NetExam Salesforce.com integration, APEC completely automated the customer onboarding process. When a sales transaction goes through Salesforce, that triggers a process that creates a training subscription in that related product for the customer. And then it also creates accounts for each user within the customer community so that each one of them have a training subscription. They can log in through a single sign-on and access those training. It also created training vouchers automatically, which it would send to a designated manager within the APEC organization so that that managers can decide how to redeem these vouchers, whether it was for certification exams or for some courses, etc. And the CRM integration is also bidirectional in the sense that when somebody completes training, the training history goes back to Salesforce so that you can see who completed training. And this is a really useful metric, especially to determine a customer account's health. If a customer is using training very actively, that's a great sign. But if training suddenly stops and the customer is not logging into the training portal, that may be a sign that this account is unhealthy, that APEC might be going to lose this account. So it's a really valuable metric the customer success managers can use. Next, I'm going to introduce Prasad. Prasad is a manager at a company called CNC Financial. CNC Financial is a company that just purchased Apex Firewall software. And Prasad is the manager of the security team. So his job is to train the CNC to adopt this technology quickly, replace the existing firewall. And it's a complex process. He wants to make sure not only himself, but the rest of his teams understands and knows how to use its application. So next, I'm going to go to a demo on how APEC embedded the NetExam training within their own application. This is Apex application, Apex Firewall application. So when Prasad logs into this application, he will see different training icons all over this application in different sections. If he goes to the DOS attack section, there's this graduation hat icon, a training icon. If he clicks on that, what happens is that it makes a call back to NetExam and launches training that's related to the section that he clicked on, in this case, DOS attacks. So if Prasad wants to see take a course on training, he clicks on this video and then it would play. So here's the video, and Prasad can go through this video. Once he finishes his training, he can click on this X, and then he's quizzed on the video that he watched, because we want to make sure that not only did the person watch the video, did the person also pay attention? Did they learn? So Prasad comes here and answers these questions, and he gets a 2-question quiz. And once he answers the question, he passes it with 100%. And at this point, the LMS tracks that Prasad completed it and awards him a badge, which he can now show off to his coworkers. And he also gets 150 points, which he can redeem for different things within the application. If you go ahead and switch over to my second PowerPoint here. And the next one is about a customer training portal demo. So I'm going to jump into the customer training portal here. And what you're seeing here is the customer portal when Prasad from CNC logs in. As you can see, it's been branded. It's been co-branded for APEC Technologies as well as CNC Financial. So the application smart enough to determine that, and it can co-brand it for large customers like this. And what you'll notice here is, if you scroll a little further down, is that there's a banner ad. It says that it's offering 30% off of Apex intrusion detection system for Apex Firewall customers. So the application is smart enough to realize that Prasad belongs to CNC, and that CNC just bought Apex Firewall. So it's using this opportunity to cross-sell another product within their suite to Prasad. And this is a dynamic smart ad, which can always determine what product that they bought, and they can cross-sell other products, and they can even upsell other product, higher versions of this product to the individual who's logged in. So Prasad sees training that's automatically subscribed based on the Salesforce.com integration. Because Salesforce knows that Prasad bought the firewall product, he's automatically signed in for the APEC Firewall Certified Firewall Technician certification. And if he clicks on it, it shows all the courses within the firewall certification technician track. It has e-learning courses, instructor-led training courses, which are available in both Zoom, WebEx, GoToMeeting, Teams, etc. And it also has this firewall configuration on-demand virtual lab. So the concept here is, not only does Prasad have to learn about this, but also log into an actual virtual machine, RDP access through a browser, and then actually configure Apex Firewall on this virtual machine. Because this is a virtual machine, there is really no danger. He cannot hurt the machine. So this is a great way for Prasad to practice without actually going through the process of doing something harmful, or downloading, or going through expensive resources, servers, etc., associated with this. So that's another course that's involved in the certification. And then there is a hands-on evaluation. So APEC not only ships software, but Apex Firewall comes as an appliance, a physical product. So when Prasad gets this product, or when a customer gets this product, they have to install this product to the local network. And that is something that APEC wants to make sure that their customers do right. So the APEC hands-on evaluation course is first to learn on how to do that, and then kind of do that and create a video recording of the customer installing it to their network. That way they can make sure that the customer knows how to do this. And Prasad's assignment here is to create a video recording and upload it to the system so that Prasad's actions will be graded based on a rubric or a rubric that they have standard rubric people have the subject matter experts have created to make sure that Prasad does this right. And after Prasad submits a video, he'll get a really detailed feedback of his video saying, and on this minute you did it right, on the 37th, on the third minute you should have crossed these two wires, or it's a better practice to do this, and so on. So he gets this very detailed feedback back. And the final part of this course is to take a proctored exam. Now, this is a high stakes exam. APEC doesn't want to just make everybody certified. They want to make sure that this certification has some industry creds. So they want to make sure that this final exam is a difficult one, and it's also something that's proctored. So through NetExam's proctored exams, they can offer both in-person proctoring as well as remote proctoring. So what happens is when Prasad goes and finishes this certification, he will get a certification as well as a badge. So when he gets the badge, he can share this on social media within Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and so on. He can also add this to his resume or his CV. So this is great for Prasad. Now Prasad gets to boast of getting APEC certified. It's great for Prasad's career. From the other side of the coin, it's also great for APEC because this is indirect marketing for APEC certification program. Other people will get to see that Prasad is certified in APEC, and they'll also want to learn more about APEC certification programs as well as APEC products themselves. Now, by any chance, if Prasad leaves CNC, goes to another organization, that's also a great thing for APEC. Now here's somebody who's certified in your product, going to another company. There's a very good chance that Prasad may try to bring in APEC firewall software into that company that he goes in. I'm going to go into the catalog, show different courses that APEC, that Prasad has access to. And based on the information within salesforce.com, APEC assigned them to the correct set of courses, the correct learning subscription. So Prasad can come here and search for courses of his choice and enroll in those courses. But let's say Prasad comes here, search for a course, and he does not find one. And let's say that he's looking for something very, very specific, and he happens to have learned on how to do this, but there's no course here. And he was really trying to look for something so that he can recommend it to his teammates. So what Prasad can do here is come here and click on the Create Course button. If he, because he's a manager within the customer company, he has been given access to create courses. So he could come here and he can upload, drag and drop a video to the system. Or another choice he could do is click on this record video. If he clicks on record video, he can record the video himself because the webcam is shared and he can start recording. He can share his screen and upload it to the system. I'm going to show you a very quick demo of uploading. I'm going to go here. I have a video that I created earlier. I'm going to create. I'm going to go to this video and drag and drop this video into the course creator. And then it's going to process the video that I created. And it can be a really informal screencast that I just did or a recording from a Zoom call. And what it does is processes the video, it transcribes the video and gives Prasad's options on how he wants to publish this video. It will automatically create questions out of this. So Prasad can decide how many questions he wants to create, whether the questions are multiple choice. He can generate subtitles for this video. And if he decides subtitles for the video, he can choose SRT or VTT, and he can also translate this into other languages. Maybe he has some other teammates who may not speak English, so he can choose Italian, Portuguese, whatever languages that he chooses, and generate flashcards. And then he can publish this video. So when he publishes this video, he's going to get a couple of choices. Prasad can create this video which has proprietary CNC information, and he can publish it just for other teammates within the CNC organization. So that NetExam will make sure only people within that organization will have access to this. Or if Prasad happens to be a subject matter expert and he wants to gloat about how he has learned APEC Firewall really well, he can submit this for approval to be published within the Apex training ecosystem. So what happens then is that it's presented in a workflow to APEC training managers who will review this and publish this. If APEC decides to publish this, Prasad's going to get a subject matter expert badge, a huge number of points. And what's great is now Prasad's name is going to appear as the author of this course when it's published to other people, which is great for Prasad because now Prasad's name recognition goes up. Now Prasad appears as a subject matter expert, not only within his organization, but within all of APEC's customers. It is also a great way for APEC to get content created because this piece of content was created from a customer perspective. It may not be something APEC's content authors really have recognized easily. It may be something that's something very unique that only a customer would see. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And then if I go to my training and move this here and go to a course, I want to show a course that Prasad or somebody within the CNC has created. This course, which has the CNC logo associated with the tile, tells Prasad that that's a course that only CNC has access to. So they can not only create this set of courses, they can even create a learning path, a curriculum with CNC specific information and enroll maybe new people who joins Prasad's team at a later time. So it's a very specific training curriculum that they can assign to their people. I'm going to go next, click on Manager Access. And because Prasad is a manager, he can come here and see other people within his organization. So he can see how they're taking their training. He can assign them in training. He can assign them in this custom curriculum that got developed. And he can do other things, like he can track informal training. If there was a lunch and learn that went on, he can record that because people who attended his lunch to learn about Apex Firewall to get some credit for it. He can grade exams. He can track continuing education hours. And there's also a class request form where Prasad can, because CNC is a large account, CNC can request a specific class, a specific instance of a class to be held in Dallas at a particular date and time from APEC, and APEC will more than likely cater to that. And I'm going to click on the Goals tab. If I click on the Goals tab, it shows two kinds of goals. It shows me a customer training goal that was offered by APEC. What APEC said was, if you complete this training goal before the end of the year, you're going to get a 10% discount in support. Because that's great for APEC. When people are trained, APEC has observed that the support cost goes down. So if this is an incentive that APEC is offering. And then the next goal is a specific training goal that Prasad or somebody within his organization has set for his company. Now, this is not an individual training goal, but a group training goal. They just want to make sure that they have sufficient certified people within the organization to cover this. So that's Prasad's workflow. I'm going to switch over to, I'm going to go back to my presentation here and talk about partner training next. So APEC's partner training department also has their own concerns. The primary goal, of course, is to increase partner revenue because 65% of their revenue comes from there. So the entire organization is focused on increasing the revenue from the partners. They also have, just like with the customers, they have a very cumbersome process onboarding customers and also entitlement management. When partner tiers go up, they want to automate all this process based on training completions, etc. They want to motivate their partners. And what they've observed is not all their partners are exclusive to APEC. Their partners represent some of their competitors. So this is a very competitive market where they have to incentivize the partners to take training. So they want to show the advantages of taking APEC training versus their competitors. So that's a difficult thing to do. And the next thing is sales readiness or sales preparedness of partners. It's great that these partners are product experts and they can solve any problem with the product. But if they cannot sell your product, that's not going to help you. So they want to make sure that all their partners are sales ready. So now I'm going to introduce a new person, Drew. Drew is a partner. Drew works for ABCco and is a value-added reseller for APEC. Drew manages a reseller team, and then just like we talked about earlier, ABCco represents more than APEC. So there's competing security companies that ABC represents. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a demo of what the partner portal looks like. When Drew's record was created within Salesforce.com, Salesforce realized that Drew was getting onboarded as a partner, and then it went ahead and automatically assigned him to the APEC partner onboarding certification. So Drew comes here and looks at this set of courses, which are product training. But what's interesting here is Drew has to take this particular his special course, which is called the APEC Sales Pitch. This course is a course that would prepare Drew on how to sell the product. So initially, Drew would come here and look at a video or a course on how to make the perfect sales pitch. So Drew would go through this course, and whenever Drew is ready to, and the second part of the course is that Drew has to record himself making the sales pitch video and upload it to the system. So Drew has already done so. If I come here and look at the video, it shows the video that Drew has uploaded, and then it also shows the transcript. What the system will do is automatically transcribe the text from the video, and using an AI algorithm, it's going to grade Drew's sales pitch. So it has graded it and showed that Drew was really good in his passion, in his politeness, and his urgency level, but where he lacked was in his product knowledge. He should have been at a higher level, but he is down to a 3. So Drew gets very objective feedback as to what areas he should improve when he gives his sales pitch again. Another thing Drew has access to is what we call the learning analysis. So Drew gets to look at his team and kind of see who are the top learners within his organization. And he can now see if whether his top learners are their top performers, whether there's a correlation between his top learners and his top performers. He sees that Daniel here is the number 2 learner, but Daniel's sales rank is number 1. And if he wants to see more analytical information here, he could look at these graphs. He could see the course completions within his organization. And when course completions goes up, he sees an increase in sales revenue. So it shows a positive correlation between the course completions and sales revenue. We're not for a second saying that correlation is causation, but we're only saying that there is a correlation between the two. So that we completely understand that there are many other aspects that goes into completing a sale, but if there's a positive correlation, statistically, you can prove that there is a significant impact between the two. The second one shows a cumulative total of when the cumulative totals courses go up, he can also see the sales revenue go up. And the third one's kind of interesting because it kind of shows an exam performance versus sales revenue. This will help Drew determine whether the exam is a good determination of whether somebody's going to be a good in sales or not. It can help Drew gauge how well his people are prepared to sell. I'm going to move on to the third part of my demo here, which is the part of the learning impact analysis. We're going to introduce a new person here, Regina, and she is the Director of Partner and Customer Training for APEC Technologies, and she's getting constantly asked to justify her budget for customer and partner training. She has to prove ROI just so that she can get money next year. So I'm going to log in as Regina to the NetExam administrative interface here. So what she does is goes under reporting, clicks on learning impact reports. And I'm going to start with the customer learning impact report. The first one shows support cost versus average certified individuals within a company. So it shows that if the company has like zero number of certified individuals, the support costs are high. But when the number of certified individuals within that company goes up, it shows a decrease in support costs. So that shows that when there are more people who are certified, they help each other. The customer can help themselves. So this kind of tells APEC that if you can find a way to increase the number of certified individuals within that company, your support costs will likely go down. The second one shows training generated product sales versus a month on a monthly basis. So training generated revenue could be from leads, from brand new leads, could be from upsell opportunities, from cross-sell opportunities. So it would show that in January they had about 300, and by February it went up, and kind of shows a downward trend. So that's kind of concerning. So maybe they need to give them a bit of a discount, or come up with a new campaign, a promotion, something like that, to kind of increase it, or at least make it a steady this thing. But this is great information that Regina can take. There are other very interesting graphs that we can have. We could have a graph that shows training completions versus CSAT, customer satisfaction, in net promoter scores, see whether there's a correlation. And hopefully there's a positive correlation between the two. Another interesting thing is to see training activity within a customer. If training activity is waning off, that may be a sign that APEC is going to lose this customer because not enough people are taking training actively within the customer training part. Moving on to the partner side of things. Now I'm looking at some graphs which are similar to what Drew, the partner, looked at, but now it's comprehensive, not just limited to ABC company that Drew was a part of. Now I can look at my entire partner network and see when training goes up, does my sales revenue go up? From a cumulative point of view, the second graph shows that there's a correlation there. Again, correlation, it's not causation, but it shows that there's a significant impact. When training goes up, we do see the revenue going up. John, that's what I wanted to demo today for you. Just want to pause there and see if you have any questions.
Is that it? Is that all you wanted to show?
That's all I wanted to show.
I'm just kidding. You packed a lot into an hour. You packed a lot into an hour. No, it looks great. It looks great. I think it's obvious for anybody following along in the series, or anybody that is coming from the customer and channel partner world, as a practitioner, the value of your solution. Learning management, or managing learners and managing content, is a common feature of all learning management systems. But what you guys have done is taken the application to a use case and really innovated around a whole series of areas that may not be necessary in other use cases. But, just for example, where you left off here of not just having dashboards, hey, we had this many training completions, which, most organizations stop at, but, facilitating the comparison of training and business data. That's something that's needed and extended, and channel and partner and customer, and not so much, or it's a lot harder to prove an employee or other types of learning. So, throughout your application, from, how learners get into it, to how they get recommended content, to how you manage organizational customers and their learners and partners and resellers, and really understanding the ins and outs of, what these organizations are struggling with from a business standpoint, in my opinion, is a huge area of differentiation, for anybody that's doing this on a daily basis. And so, audience out there, you know it, if you're in this group here, that this matters, because this is really super advanced for for this use case, and for really taking it to the next level. And for me, I think the next level is getting to that measurement level of always, because unless you can prove it, you're not doing anything. And the NetExam solution is good for enabling and providing the pieces that prove that effect, which is really mandatory in all successful extended enterprise training departments. So this is really nice and really thorough solution, and great to see the updates, what you're doing, including the rapid course creator, which is something brand spanking new. I haven't seen it even 3 months ago. I didn't see it. So you guys are just ripping new technology off the factory floor here. So congratulations on the pace of your innovation. Brett Himanshu, thank you very much for stopping by. I've been trying to get you back here forever here to get the updates. And I can't wait for the audience to be able to get their eyes on your solution. So thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. And audience, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Talented Learning Executive Briefing Series. You can find more of our independent content at talentedlearning.com, and you can find a whole bunch of more content about channel and partner and customer learning at netexam.com. There you have it. Have a great day, everyone.